the culture getting a little ratchet tonight, man. I'm getting a little ratchet with it. So if y'all hadn't heard the story about the baby and his baby mama, Dani Leigh, apparently he was trying to get her up out the crib. The word is he was trying to get another little jump off to come through. She was holding him up, feeding the baby and whatnot. So my man gets on Instagram
Eating the
Live.
baby.
It becomes a whole ordeal. Allegedly, she says he's trying to kick her and the baby out at like midnight so he can get some jump offs in there. He's saying that she's crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I think, is his line, and that she's a side chick. Her family knows she's a side chick. His friends know. Everybody know, but her apparently. So really, the question that we're posing for the culture tonight is if you're having a argument with your lady, is it too far to make it public? Should you drag that out into the public eye, or is the baby out of line for going on Instagram Live? Should he have handled this in a much more private manner? G, I'm gonna start with you, man. I feel like you got something interesting to say on this for sure.
I'm gonna say my man out of pocket. I mean, I'm coming from a single mother home, and like I went through the scenario a little bit of me and my mom and my brother getting kicked out by my deadbeat dad. In a sense, like like just for some jump off, like that's some out of pocket shit. Like I mean, you got kind of like you talking about rich people now, right? Like ain't nothing to get yourself a nice telly. I know it's not like the same as comfort at your crib. You go over there, you pop off with John. You dig what I'm saying? Like my man could have been smooth operator like that.
Right.
And, you handle Shorty on time to take out the crib in another manner. You hit her up like, yo, you got 7 days. You gotta get the fuck up out there. Like I'm gonna send somebody to go get you and get your stuff out. You don't gotta worry about moving none of that shit. But I'm gonna need you to get up and get up out of there. You know what I mean? Shit like that, be smooth with it. But my man said like look like a whole sucker ass clown. I've never been a fan of the man per se. Never been like my kind of music. My man sound real generic. But yeah, my man did like so. My man went out and made us look bad as men as the four of us that we are. He made us look like this is what niggas do when they want to pop off on some side, John. I mean, I personally wouldn't. You know what I mean? Got smooth operated up at that bitch. I mean, I'll have a little argument so I can get out the house, but I ain't trying to kick out my old lady out the crib. Like you dig? Like you know what I mean? I'll be smooth with it. You feel me? I'm operating all kinds of crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna get mad and bounce, but I ain't trying to kick my John out. I'm gonna come back the next day with some breakfast, some flowers. Like, yo, my bad, mommy. I didn't mean to bug out. Like, you still my number one. What my man said, what Fab said, you my cinnamon apple. Still my cinnamon apple. I love you, mommy. Ain't nothing too crazy. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying too much. I'm about to get in trouble later. But besides the point, but my man out of pocket, my man should have been smooth about it. Like, he should have never did what he did. And on top of that, on the video, he looked like he had a witness already. So he didn't really have to record nothing for the world to see. Because clearly he already had a witness in there that could vouch for him. And the whole calling the cops shit, what happened, my man? You're supposed to be too legit to quit. And now you going to call the cops on Shorty? Man, you lucky you seen that Spanish and spit a box cutter and try to cut you, my boy. That's all I'm going to say, though. My man, he out there, he out of pocket, though.
Well, to be fair, the baby did claim that she in the past was swinging and scratching him or attacking him. I think his quote was,
fellas,
she's
have
like
we
one of
not
those
all been
fatal
like that when a
attraction type
shorty hit you,
girls.
but you can keep your composure? I'm gonna just dip off.
Well,
Unless you like,
that was his
unless
reason
you,
for calling the police. But
unless you like,
yeah, I
give
don't
me
A
know,
some
crime
man.
was taking
haymakers. Like, yo,
place,
shit,
so
get
he,
the fuck
he
away from
called the
me.
police.
I got
You
a
call the
couple.
police?
I agree with G for the most part. I think he should have handled this a little bit more private. I got a couple more comments on it, but I'm gonna let T jump in first because T is like the wise man out here. So please give the baby some guidance.
I mean, I really don't have any guidance for the baby. Uh, he has, I mean, he's put himself in these ridiculous situations consistently. Like, if there's some drama to be had, he's going to elevate that to toxic levels. So that's kind of what he does. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, um, I don't have no advice for him. He's proven himself to be kind of like a clown. Like he's kind of a terrible person, but that's not anything new. What I'm struggling with is why a woman decides to have a baby with this guy and then kind of appear to be shocked when he acts what appears to everyone else to be his normal self. Like I'm a little lost on that, and I'm not saying this to be sexist. Obviously, a man shouldn't treat a woman like this, but there's got to be some accountability on both ends. Like at the end of the day, like why are you fighting? I understand you shouldn't have to leave your home while you're feeding your child. Like that's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, like why you shouldn't even be trying to stay with this guy. If a guy tells you you're not my girl, that's like that's literally it. Like you're not my girl. He shouldn't have to tell you anything else after that. Like you shouldn't be fighting to stay in somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to get kept where no one wants to keep you. It's, you know what I'm saying? Have some pride about yourself. She needs some people in her life. My wisdom is for her because he's not going to change. He has no incentive to change. I want to say this before Kevin Samuels says this, and it sounds so wise, but it's sad. But like as a guy, right? There's not a lot of a backlash. There's not a lot of you know, I don't know what the word would be, but like you can do kind of like when you're on that status, you can kind of do whatever you want to women, and another woman will take you because he was terrible to his baby mother, and she swooped in and happily took him and fought on the internet to keep him. So it's like you got to start holding these guys accountable. If you ever want to see men like the baby change, men and women have to hold these guys accountable. And women got to hold themselves accountable, man. Stop going for these losers. Like, stop going for these clowns just because they got some money or some celebrity. Like, if the guy has a pattern of treating women bad, all these baby mothers, don't be the next. We see this with NBA YoungBoy. We've seen this with London on the Track and Summer Walker. Like, it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? So, my wisdom ain't for him because he's not changing. My wisdom is for her and the rest of the ladies. Avoid these losers.
Thank you, T. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was talking to one of my homegirls earlier about this situation, and she was, saying the baby's a narcissist and all this. And I agree, the baby's definitely a narcissist. But like T said, bro, like if you've ever listened to this man's music, if you've ever heard an interview, like this is on par for who he is as a person. Like he's not going to change. And at some point, you got to know like who you're laying in bed with. Like she made comments like, "Oh, he just wants to nut in me and not be responsible." Don't let him. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. Problem solved. Sorry if that's offensive. Not really though. Scruff,
No,
man.
it's
What are your
not. But
thoughts
yo, that's
on the
crazy.
baby and this whole situation, man?
So many layers to this shit, man. But first thing first, like answer your first question, Rome, was like, do you air out your relationship to Instagram Live? Hell no, man. What the hell?
That's crazy.
Let me give you the guidelines. First of all, first of all, overarching statement, keep your relationship private. Whether that's your side chick, your baby mama, your first, second, third, or fourth baby mama. Keep it all private. Please. You feel me? Keep it all private, man. Please. Just do that, bro. Do that. You don't go on Instagram live about it. You don't go on Instagram on the story, posting little sub Jones. You don't do none of that. All right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Not even when you mad. I don't want to see that shit, man. No good. But there's got to be some accountability on both sides, right? Obviously, we talk about the baby. I think I don't know how many baby mamas he got. This man, the same man that murdered a man at Walmart or something because he tried to get an autograph. So what we expect? I'm not expecting much from
Wait,
this man.
what for an autograph?
Yeah, it's a different story, but yeah, this man murdered somebody at
That's
Walmart or
crazy.
something. So this guy's
Yeah, I mean,
different, bro. He's
On
obviously out
camera.
of pocket.
I don't know if that was the
Obviously out of
autograph
pocket.
story, but yeah, he killed a guy at Walmart. I think they beat up the guy that was trying to get an autograph. I think that's a separate incident. He has a
Oh,
bunch of
okay.
incidents, so
Yeah,
it's
he has a
easy to get them
lot.
all confused.
Thanks for clarifying that
Yeah,
for me.
he had the gay ranch.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
thanks for clarifying me. So that tells me a little bit about his character, right? I mean, it's like you said, a certain type of guy, like the London on the Tracks, John. Some Walker's album just dropped, and I even heard from women. They was telling me like, "Yo, this is too much for me. Like, this is the wrong vibes. We don't want this." Like, and I just think like, "Oh, what is up with that?" So I just see this bruh, ladies, bruh, if you meet a man that has 3 baby mothers, if you meet a man that has 3 baby mothers, three or 2, everything 2 is like getting there, bro. You do, like, why would you want to be the 4th or the 3rd or the 5th or whatever? I don't know how many Future got. Future got like 8, so like you might be the
I'm not
9th.
saying these guys are undateable, but you probably want to do your due diligence. You probably really want to investigate, talk to his mother, talk to his friends. Like, this is not somebody you just want
Nah.
to
You
get
don't
in
do
bed with.
that. You don't do that. I know they're
Just
saying
run.
maybe it's superficial, unless it's like unless you really feel like this is like the love of your life. It's
No,
beyond
don't
because
say
you
that,
taking
Scruff.
on all that
Don't say
baggage,
that,
bro.
Scruff. Don't say that
That's
because
out of
everybody is
control,
the one.
bro.
Everybody is the one.
Everybody's
You
the
can't
great
do
white
that,
buffalo
bro.
until they're not the
Nah,
great white buffalo.
there's some shit you can't do, bro. 4 baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, you messing
Yeah.
around. You messing around with somebody got 3 or 4 baby mamas, bro. Like I couldn't. It's hard for me to mess around with somebody that got got kids and baby daddies and all that stuff. I don't do that, dog.
Yeah, I agree with you,
So,
Scruff. That shit crazy.
but overall,
So,
bro, this whole situation is just
Crazy.
ghetto,
can we put
bro.
this a little bit back on us though, men? Stay in your daughter's life. Teach them what a good man's supposed to be, so they don't be going back to this bullshit. I mean,
Yeah,
your daughter's
that's
gonna
where it
end up liking
starts.
what she liking, but at least show her the right steps to knowing what kind of men she should be looking for at the end of the day. Don't sell her no fantasy about Prince Charming and shit, but sell her the truth about life and the men's priority to her.
Yeah. Well, my best advice for Danny Leigh, right, would be, I mean, because she's an entertainer as well, right?
Yeah,
I think
singer,
So
she's a
singer.
musician or something. I don't know.
yeah,
She's a
yeah. I
singer.
mean,
She has a
that's
few
for
tracks,
something
a
like
few
that.
bops.
So I'm not. Don't take this the wrong way, people. But I'm saying, like, she benefiting a little bit from the relationship with the
Hmm.
baby, but
Yep.
overall, from a personal standpoint, like from her life, it's probably best to move on. Maybe I'm not saying like pull a Brittany Renner in the sense that like she should whore out, but more so that she should take this opportunity to leverage herself further in her life and hopefully attract better relationships.
She should find a Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Use
great example.
Sierra's
Sierra
prayer.
Prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even
That's what
think
they were
women really like that
saying,
shit. That should be
bro.
capped.
I heard
They
someone now. It
do,
all
man.
makes sense
They
now.
like all the dudes with the 3 baby mamas, yo. All the
Yeah.
dudes. If you're a dude and you watching our show right now, and you probably think we hating on you because you got all your baby mamas. Look, obviously you doing something right, my guy.
Yeah,
Like,
for
you
real.
doing something right, bro.
He's not though.
You're not, but you are at the same time. It's crazy. You doing something wrong in the right way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you think about it, right? Sierra Prayer be really fake because your females be capping. They want to Prince Charming, treat them nice, but when they get that,
They
they
don't.
play that man. It's like, yo, that's
Right.
Capleton. I'm gonna start calling females Carlton from all that capping.
Nah,
Oh man.
I think just you got to get to a point in your life where you're ready to receive Russell Wilson because, like you said, man, at the door they do not want a
Right.
Russell Wilson. I don't care what they say. The words mean
Right.
nothing. The
Facts.
actions have shown because I think I don't want to speak for everybody, but I feel like a lot of guys I know have tried to be Russell Wilson and it's blown up in your face. And and when you allow
No
yourself to
cap,
tap, no, for real. And when you allow
no
yourself to tap
cap.
into
Nah,
some
he ain't
future,
lying though.
when you allow yourself to tap into some future, magically things go your way. So it's like, all right, which guy should I be? At the end of the day, man, be Russell Wilson, and you'll find your Sierra. I mean, you might be 40 or 50, but you'll find her. You know what I'm saying? That's the,
That's how it worked, though. That is how it worked.
No cap, no Capleton.
Hey, so at the end of the day, man, like my man Scruff said, keep your relationship as private as possible. We're not here to tell you what to do, but our advice is to keep it private. And don't be like the baby. If y'all are having an argument, if y'all having some beef, please leave it off Instagram Live. It is entertaining for the rest of us, and it gives us something to talk about. But you don't want to be what we're talking about. So
Nah, and
stay
fellas,
private,
walk
man.
out, man. Walk out. If a lady trying to hit y'all, just walk out. Because there's nothing good about domestic violence. You got nipped in the butt, walk out. There ain't no need to be getting no charges for trying to put your hands on a lady, and vice versa, ladies, man. Ain't no need to
Life
be
is
trying to
better
put your
hanging with
hands on a
Jada.
man. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. It is crazy, man. Man, I seen this joint earlier today. I don't know. This shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy.
Speak on
But
it.
nah. But
My man scared. She got the
nah.
door open. Hey, yo, Nick, blink twice if you feel scared.
Nah, I'm playing with y'all, man. Nah, but this shit's crazy, bro. It's a lot of craziness going on. But I will say this though. Uh, if your girl listen to Summer Walker, just be careful.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Hey, I
I'm
think Key had the
serious,
best
bro.
advice though.
The
You
shit
gotta
Ye
be
said,
you gotta be Future at
vibrations.
the door and Russell Wilson when they get in.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
might work for you. That's not a bad formula.
Yeah,
Facts.
That's
maybe,
balance for you.
It is.
Yeah.
maybe.
Future
They,
at the door. Russell Wilson
the
when they
lady,
get
the
in the
lady's gonna say
crib.
they want Future in the sheets and Russell Wilson in the streets.
I like that. Hey, yo, you should advertise that shit, yo. That should be the name of the episode. Oh shit. Yo,
I
my
like that.
man wrong. He on it today.
I'm gonna name the episode that and in honor of that. That was good. I like that. We should start
Yeah,
naming these joints.
you're right.
That's a good one right there. Wow.